Know the truth, prophecies. We are living in the end of days. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the diaspora. What is happening in the world today is foretold in the Bible, all throughout, and in Revelations. People, we are living in the end of days, and things are only going to get worse. If you don't believe it, then you have blinders on, or you're just in denial. Those who are in reality, all you have to do is look all around you. You know something is not right. You know something is not right. Diseases and killer diseases are on the rampage. Killer viruses are killing thousands since 2020. And that's not all. Old and new viruses are popping up out of nowhere. HIV is up on the rise. And these 10 states have the highest HIV in circulation. Here they are for 2023. Stop and think, people. Number 1, Miami, high in HIV. Number 2, New Orleans, high in HIV. Number 3, Baton Rouge, high in HIV. Number 4, Jackson, Mississippi, high in HIV. Number 5, Washington, D.C., high in HIV. Number 6, Baltimore, high in HIV. Number 7, Memphis, high in HIV. 8, Atlanta, high in HIV. Number 9, New York, high in HIV. Number 10, Jacksonville, high in HIV. Does this not say something? It says diseases are on the rise again. Plus, you got monkeypox that's out here. Now they have viruses killing kids and teenagers. Not to mention, the plague is making a comeback. And we definitely can't put America on lockdown again because the first lockdown is creating a recession. Not to mention the crazy murderers that are out by the dozens now. It's like mentally, some people have lost stability to think correctly. I mean, can you believe it? Cousins killing their family members? People killing their own wives in record numbers? A black man killing his own blood sister, a pregnant woman on top of that. He set her on fire, put her in a trash can, her own blood brother. Women killing their boyfriends, boyfriends killing their girlfriends. People, have you noticed what is coming down the pipeline? This all after the lockdown opened up their doors to society. Everybody get to come out now. But what has happened since everybody has come out now? After the plague, things are seeming unreal. People are losing their minds, listening to voices in their heads, and then killing people. A 10-year-old kills his own mother because he couldn't get his way, and voices that tells him to kill his mother, and he shoots his mother dead, a 10-year-old. Or how about a customer gets too much mayo on his Subway sandwich, and he comes back and kills the woman for making his sandwich with too much mayo on it. Or how about passengers who are killing Uber drivers? People, ladies and gentlemen, something is not right. And only those who are paying attention to reality are seeing this. They're seeing it. These things are foretold in Revelations in the Bible. In the end times, there will be perilous times. There will be perilous times. Let's take a look a little closer, shall we? Let's name the 10 plagues that happened in Egypt first. Then we will talk about some of the plagues that have already happened today, so we will know what time it is, how we are living in the end of days. The 10 plagues that happened in Egypt are: number 1, water turning to blood; number 2, frogs, infestation; number 3, lice; number 4, biting flies; number 5, livestock pestilence, livestock being killed; number 6, boils in the skin; 7, hail; 8, locusts, damaging crops; 9, 3 days of darkness; 10, death of the firstborn, ye Egyptians. Remember that? Now, let's talk about what has happened today, starting with Obama giving rights to same-sex marriages. When Obama gave that order, the world went into a tailspin, and all kinds of sexual debauchery has hit America's mainstream, and in many other countries as well. Things in the world are upside down. Now, the 10 plagues that are mentioned in Revelations are coming back on the earth again. In the King James Bible, Moses was used by the Most High to free God's people, the Israelites. Number 1, turning water to blood, Exodus chapter 7, verse 14 through 24. Number 2, the frogs, Exodus chapter 7, verse 25 through chapter 8, verse 11, and chapter 8 through verse 15. Number 3, lice and gnats, Exodus chapter 8, verse 12 through 15. Also chapter 8, verse 16 through 19. Number 4, flies, biting flies, Exodus chapter 8 through 16 through 28. And chapter 8, verse 20 through 32. Number 5, pestilences of livestock, Exodus chapter 9, verse 1 through 7. This is in the Bible, people. This is in the Bible. Boils, Exodus chapter 9, verse 8 through 12. Thunderstorms of hail and fire, Exodus 9 through verse 13 through 35. Locusts, Exodus chapter 10, 1 through verse 20. Now, one who is not knowledgeable of the Bible might say, what does that have to do with the madness going on around in the world and in America today? Well, in Revelations, the Most High said, in the end of days, there will be signs and wonders, and in the second Babylon, which many believe it is America, the plagues are to happen again because of the many enslaved diaspora of the 12 tribes of Jacob are here in America and scattered around the world. So that tells you we are in the end of days. If you do not know who the diaspora are, it's the so-called Negroes. They call them Negroes, okay? And there are other black nations of the 12 tribes. Now, some Bible scholars are telling the truth to their congregation, and there are some Bible scholars who are not, because they have sold their soul to the satanic system. They just want to have the tithes, the offering that is not taxed, that they get to hold in their pockets. So this message is for those who want the truth and do not want to be deceived any longer. Those who have an ear, let them hear. Today, choose who you will serve and believe in. For we all have to pick a side. Some will pick the right side, and some will pick the left side. But know this, in the end, we all will be judged, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and the lake of fire of destruction. With that being said, the wise person does what the Bible instructs that person to do. So those who are wise, they see that in the world, things will get very bad, like in the days of Noah. Now, before the Most High will send the Messiah, his son, certain events will take place here on earth. Now, let's discuss what we have seen today that mirrors yesterday of the time in Egypt when the Most High used Moses to bring the wrath of the Most High on the Egyptians for not letting go of the diaspora, enslaved people at that time, God's people. Number one, there has been in many places on the earth that waters have turned blood red and were unsafe to drink within the last 5 years. Don't believe me? All you got to do is Google it. Google it. We have not yet seen frog infestation or lice and biting flies yet, but they're coming. Remember, the Most High cannot lie. Livestock pestilence. Well, let's think about that for a moment. It is happening now. We had the mad cow disease, but that's not all. We have lightning storms that are killing livestock as well as wild, large herds of deer and elk caribou. Don't believe it? Google it. Boils, monkeypox, that is attacking some straight heterosexuals, but is really attacking the gay community. Not to mention, HIV is making a big comeback. And so is the plague. It's making another comeback. It's been creeping up in December, this past December, and in January. Don't believe me? Google it. The hell of fire isn't here yet, but it's coming. But while you're waiting, golf ball size hail and baseball size hail has been falling from the sky in record numbers and serious thunderstorms within the last 3 years. Don't believe me? Google it. You'll find out for yourself. Okay? Locusts are on the rise, demolishing crops in Africa, in the Middle East, and other countries where America gets imported goods from, all within the last years. Don't believe it? Google it. The 3 days of darkness, that hasn't come yet. That's when the demons showed themselves to the Egyptians. That has not come yet. The demons terrorized the Egyptians for 3 days of darkness. But don't worry, it's coming. Believe it. And the killing of the firstborn. Well, there is a virus that is killing children right now called EVD68. Another deadly virus is actually killing kids in the U.S. Plus, let's not forget RSV virus in the U.S. And there are more mutating viruses. Stay tuned. Google it. If you don't believe me, Google it. You will see what is coming down the pipeline. You will see what is coming down the pipeline, and it's very, very dangerous. Now, you who are awake knows that many of things that are coming down the pipeline, you need to brace yourself. And you also need to get closer to the Most High. You need to get your relationship with the Creator. How do you do this? How do you get closer to the Most High? It's very simple. But you have to set yourself apart from those who do not see the destruction coming. Set yourself apart from the wickedness of this world. The people who do not see we're in the end of days are like the same people in Noah's days. They didn't see the destruction until the day when Noah and his family and the animals were on the ship. When Noah shut that door, the earth released underground caverns of water, and floods came, and then the people saw and screamed, but it was too late for them. Don't be like them, brothers and sisters. Do not be like them. These people were getting warned when it rained profusely day and night. But the people were so wicked, they kept doing what was convenient and sinful to themselves. And yes, there was the most heinous sexual debauchery acts around. Bestiality. People having sex with animals. Having sex with objects. And homosexuality. Things that are not natural. And that is upside down. The people were doing these things because they loved their sinful ways, which in return cost them their lives. It's written in the Bible. Today, we are facing the same old crap. The ungodly forcing their ways and their beliefs on the whole world. And guess what? Your politicians are giving them what they want as well. Same-sex marriages is an abomination in the Bible. So, what does one do? One will say, what must we do to get away from all this sin? Well, first off, the Most High said those 12 tribe nations must set themselves apart from the other nations. We are to come back to Him. And we do this by doing His statute, laws, and commandments. These 12 tribe nations are the diaspora of the descendants of the slave trade who belong to the Most High. The Bible book is written for the diaspora, the enslaved ancestors, and the descendants of the slave trade, the 12 tribes of Jacob, who were hijacked from Africa, and the ones who were living in America at the time when slavery was a big commodity. And not to forget the slaves of the 12 tribes who were enslaved and colonized in Africa and sent around the world. The 12 tribes of Jacob, the people of the nations that belong to God, the Most High, our Creator. You beautiful brown-skinned melanin people, you beautiful diaspora, brown diamonds of different colors, know we are in the end of days. Our different, multiple brown colors that the Most High has created. We must hold on to what the Black Bible has instructed us to do. We have been set apart from all the other nations. We were given authority over this world, but we disobeyed the Most High, and Esau was temporarily given authority over us. The Most High gave us a way out through His Son, our Messiah. In His Hebrew name, which people call Him Yahushua HaMashiach, but the world calls Him Jesus. But remember, He was Hebrew. Jesus is His English name, so it can't be Jesus. It has to be a Hebrew name, Yahushua HaMashiach. And the Most High name in Hebrew, which the world calls Him God. A lot of people don't know His name, but He has a Hebrew name, which is Yahuwah or Yah or Ahaya. Brothers and sisters, you want your authority back? Then come back to the Most High. You want to be on top again? Come back to the Most High. Because those who are not in order, those who are not doing the statute, laws, and commandment, they will be punished. You want to be back on top. Do the Most High statute, laws, and commandments. They are explained in the book of Exodus and Deuteronomy. The Most High said, if you are doing His statutes, laws, and commandments, He will forgive you and heal you and protect you and give you a new life. I admit, there will be a little struggle at first because you're used to the enemy's system, doing things that you're not supposed to be doing things in a sinful way. But if you turn from that, turn away from the system of sin, and you will find yourself living a new life. Because the enemy knows his time is short, and misery loves company. Don't keep company with this demonic system. Stay strong. Don't give up. Do the statute, laws, and commandments that the Most High has commanded us to do, and watch and stand in awe on what the Most High will do for you. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, this is a spiritual war played out in the physical world. You must stay alert, and you must do what is right in the Most High's eyes. You can only win if you pick the right side, and that is asking for forgiveness of the sins of following this wicked system of Esau that you have taken in. By turning away from this wicked system and doing what the Most High has called you to do, and that is to do His statutes, laws, and commandments. But ask for forgiveness in Yahushua HaMashiach of your sins, because He is a living sacrifice for those who want to live life abundantly, spiritually, mentally, and physically. For more learning, go to www.towerpowerministries.com. Know the truth. Stay strong, brothers and sisters of the diaspora. Stay strong and pray, for we living in the end days. May the Most High bless you, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen of the diaspora. God bless you. Shalom.